What's up guys, and welcome back to Morgs Menu. So today, as you can see in the background here, I am not filming a video as normal in my kitchen cooking or talking to you about food. This is actually going to be probably my first video, I think, that has no food in it whatsoever. So something different. I said when I made this channel that I would do mostly food and then throw in some other stuff, and then now we're like a couple months in and I haven't done one single video that didn't have food in it. So here we are today. I wanted to film a get ready with me video. I like watching these because I love seeing different products that people use, and I like literally getting ready with people and just putting them on the background when I'm doing my makeup and that kind of stuff. So I thought it would be fun to film that. Plus, what really inspired me to this video is I finally got the Conspiracy palette from Ciate and Jeffree. I'm so excited for this. If you guys are familiar with this, you know it was a struggle to get my hands on this, so I really want to play with it. I have not yet, and so I figured I'd film a quick video. And so this is the final look, so if you're interested in seeing how I pull all this together, along with my trusty friend here, keep watching. Alright guys, so let's get started. We're officially zoomed in super close to my face. You can see all of my dark circles and red spots, so just ignore that. But we'll go ahead and get started. So I'll just kind of briefly show you everything that I'm doing. Now I will say this is my first time kind of like filming in this really spot. I filmed like very briefly in like my party prep with me video, just kind of like a quick little insert, but I'm playing with the lighting in here a little bit. I have like a bunch of natural light coming from this direction and like my ring light lighting coming from this direction and then some lighting coming from that direction. So figuring it out. I'm also probably going to be looking on the viewfinder way too often, just making sure I'm in focus because, again, a new setup for me. But anyway, I'm done blabbing, so let's get started with the makeup. So first thing that I always like to do is you go in with a primer. So this is the Catrice Prime and Fine Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. It's basically just like a moisturizing primer. It's not like the greatest primer ever. I wouldn't say it does a whole lot for like pores or anything like that, but it does help my makeup last longer. And right now, like during the winter when it's really dry, my skin gets super dry, it's kind of nice to have that extra moisture from a hydrating primer. So I'll use it when I buy it again. Not sure, but if you're looking for something that's just like really hydrating, that's a good one to use. So I just throw that on with my hands first. Now before I even get started here, I will say, like, in no way, shape, or form do I think I'm like really good at makeup or anything like that. I watch a lot of YouTube videos as far as makeup and things like that, and so I've just kind of like picked up from that on what I like to do. So if you see them doing something really wrong, feel free to blast me in the comments down below. In no way, shape, or form is this supposed to be like a tutorial or anything like that. I just wanted to share with you using this palette and kind of just like my go-to makeup things right now. So with that being said, the foundation I'm going to go in with is this one by Physicians Formula. It's their Healthy Foundation. I really like this because it has SPF 20 in it, which is kind of a lot for just like foundation. So it's really nice because you really should be using SPF every single day, even if you don't go outside that much. Like, any exposure to sun is not good for your skin. So you want to make sure that you're always using SPF. I preach this to like everyone that I know. So if you don't have SPF in your moisturizer, or you don't use like a normal SPF sunscreen every day, this is really nice to get that coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this out real quick. Alright, so as you can see, it's not a super high coverage foundation. It's kind of a medium coverage. I kind of like that balance of covering up some of my discoloring, but not like making me look super like all one color. Alright, so now we're going to go in with a little concealer. I don't really have any huge like pimples right now, surprisingly. I probably just jinxed myself, but I'm basically just going to go in with a highlighting concealer, and I really like this one from L'Oreal. It's their Infallible concealer, again from the drugstore or Target. This is in their lightest shade Porcelain. Same thing with this one, lightest shade. That's just how I roll with this nice fair skin here. So I use this to just kind of highlight under my eyes and a little bit around my forehead. So I'll go ahead and throw that on. A little bit of this goes a long way, so you only need like a tiny little bit. just so you know if you do try it. All right, now that's blended out, we'll go ahead and set it with a little setting powder. So my everyday one that I like to use is just this Coty Airspun one. You've probably heard of it if you've watched any type of tutorials on YouTube. This is kind of one that's been around for a really long time. It's really easy. I use this kind of all over the face. And then I have this other one. It's called Extraordinary Translucent Powder by Ciate London. I don't know, I'm butchering that. I got it in like my FabFitFun box a couple times ago, but it's kind of just a normal translucent powder. So if I'm doing any type of baking, I'll go in with this because it's like that white translucent kind of brightening. And then this is just kind of like a nice all over powder. So I'll throw both of those on. I am gonna do just a little bit of baking underneath of the eye. I just think it creates a good base for when I go in with eyeshadow and stuff. It's easier to wipe away. So I'm just gonna bake a little bit, just very lightly underneath the eyes. So I'll go ahead and throw that on my face. Now I know a lot of people say that you don't have to like set your whole face anymore, but I kind of do have a little bit of oily skin. So I do like to set it because I think it stays nicely as long as I do it with like a really light layer on the brush. And then I know I look a little crazy with the baking underneath my eye. This is at the point when Mitch always goes, oh, you should leave it like that. But promise, it'll wipe away and not look crazy soon. So now the moment that I've been waiting for and the whole reason for this video, the Conspiracy palette. I also got the Mini Controversy palette, so I'll show them both really quick just so you know what I'm talking about in case you haven't seen the series. So here's the smaller Mini Controversy one. It's beautiful, oh my god. So it has some really pretty bright colors in there along with some neutrals, so this would be really nice for traveling and stuff like that. I really like it, and it's just so cute with all, I don't know if you can see very well the little stamps and the pans and stuff like that. It's just like literally the cutest palette. I love it. And they had a nice little bundle where you get like a discount if you bought both, and well, I had to, right? So now the big baby, oh, I'm literally so excited to try this out. This is actually my first like Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette that I've tried. I have some of his like liquid lips and accessories and obviously the mirror that you've seen, but I haven't used an eyeshadow palette before. So really excited to use this. So let's go ahead and open her up. Oh my, I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. The stamps are so cute. All the names are so cute. I'm just in love with it. If you want to look at it up close, go ahead and pause it here so you can read everything. But I'm so excited to use this. I'm so excited that I have this. I know some of you probably have no idea who I'm talking about when I say Shane and Jeffree, so I'll go briefly into that when I'm doing kind of my eye makeup. I'm probably going to do something very simple. Obviously, like, there's a lot of really fun colors in here that I could do something crazy, but I don't want to do too much today because I do have somewhere I have to go tonight. So if I do something that looked wacky, I don't want to go there yet. I don't trust myself that much. So I'll probably stick with kind of like some of the more neutral colors today. But if you want to see me do anything crazy with this palette, let me know. So I'll start just kind of blending this in. Again, this is not meant to be like a tutorial, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'll explain a little bit kind of where I'm putting stuff and that kind of stuff. But again, like, in no way, shape, or form am I saying that this is what you should do and that this is like something that would look fabulous. I'm just hoping it turns out good for this video. So I guess the first one that I'll kind of dip into with just this little Morphe brush is going to be the shade Tannicon, which is just a light neutral tan color. So I'm going to start with that in my crease. So obviously I don't think these people need a lot of introduction, but for those of you who may not know, or because you don't watch a lot of YouTube and you just kind of are my family and just watching this for me, love you guys. If you don't know who they are, I'm referring to Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. They are both two huge YouTubers. Anyone who watches YouTube probably at least knows their name if they don't watch their videos. They've both been on YouTube for a really long time, so to summarize them in a couple minutes is insane, but Nonetheless, Jeffree, probably I would say at least most recently, is known for his makeup brand. He has a huge makeup brand that has all sorts of different eyeshadow palettes and lip products and accessories and merch and just everything. He's a huge business owner and he does a lot of makeup reviews on YouTube. He's done music. He's just like a really just like boss person and does everything, and he's just, I don't even understand how he's a human, but he's just amazing. He's also a little controversial, so you kind of like love or hate him, but I personally love him. So I watched basically all of his videos. Like I said, I bought a couple things from his line, but not the eyeshadow first, and honestly, just first impression on this shade, it blends beautifully. It's really easy to use, so if you're a beginner to this, his eyeshadows are probably a good one to start with. So now I'm just gonna go in probably with a little Diet Root Beer, which is to the right of this. It's just a slightly darker tan shade, and I'm just gonna deepen up the crease a little bit. Now for Shane Dawson. Shane, prior to this, wasn't really into a lot of makeup. He has been a little bit in the past year just because he's been working on this product, but prior to that, he's been on YouTube for forever. He's done literally everything, so I can't even really summarize him into a category. He's just amazing and super entertaining. But more recently, I would say he's kind of gotten into a lot of series on YouTube, so he'll do really like a deep dive into people, topics, conspiracy theories, different things like that, where he just turns his YouTube videos into like pure amazing episodes or movies that you would typically see on like normal TV, but like even better. And he creates whole series of, sorry, something just fell off my wall. But he does whole like series rather than individual YouTube videos recently, which is really, really cool. They're both amazing. If you do watch YouTube, you know exactly who I'm talking about. They are just incredible people, and they've recently become friends. And kind of what sparked their collaboration on this project was Shane recently did a video where he did kind of a deep dive into Jeffree's life, getting to know him, and from that they became friends, and then they decided to do this collab on their makeup. So Shane put out a whole collection. There's the two palettes that I just showed you, a bunch of lip products, which I did get, I forgot to say. I got one of his liquid lipsticks in this red color. It's the Are You Filming shade, if you're familiar with the launch at all. But now I'm gonna go in with my pills, which is basically a really light pink, the left of Tanacon if you're looking at it. And I'm just gonna kind of like put that around the tops, kind of blend everything together with that. But yeah, so they did a whole series on Jeffree's life and diving into Jeffree, and then they decided to do now a series on Shane creating this collection and palette and the ins and outs of the makeup world and everything. And honestly, it's been such an amazing series. Like, I don't think I've watched anything quite like this on YouTube before. And so just from me loving both of them and loving the series and everything like that, I obviously had to get the palette. So now I'm gonna go in, again, staying on this top neutral roll, but I think I'm gonna go in with Just a Theory and just use a different brush. And then I'm also gonna take Ranch, which is all the way at the very first color in the palette, and do some highlighting while I'm chit-chatting. So if you are familiar with this, you know that the launch was absolutely insane. Just from a personal perspective, I've never like tried this hard to get a product on a launch day. Like, I've bought things that other YouTubers and different people have put out like the day it came out, and you know, I logged down right at the moment it launched and got on and was one of the few people to get it. But like, there's no comparison to this day. Like, before the time it was supposed to even launch, the site was shut down. Like, it was crashing on me because there were so many people trying to get on the site to buy this palette. To put it into perspective, for those of you who don't know, they said between the two palettes, they sold over 1 million palettes. Along with tons of merchandise, accessories, like everything like that. Like, that's an insane amount of people and product to be sold. And it sold out within like a day. And then they did another pre-order that sold out in like 30 minutes. It's like absolutely insane. And really, honestly, it probably would have sold out in like 5 minutes if the site hadn't crashed, because they couldn't get on the site because the site was down. And it wasn't even them. Like, they use a huge vendor for their site, and like, they had never experienced that much traffic before, and it just completely broke the site. Luckily for me, I was sitting by a computer during when all of this was happening, and I could just like refresh every couple minutes until I was able to get in. And I was able to get in and get the two palettes and get a palette for my sister. So that was really, really cool. I know a lot of people weren't able to get it and they were really disappointed. It was a lot of work to get this. It took me, I think, from start to finish like over an hour and a half to like refresh and check out and wait in line and like do all the different stuff. So it was crazy, but honestly, it was worth it. I'm really, really excited to have it. So let me quit talking, finish this up, and I'll check back with you when I do the rest of the face. All right, so I just realized when I was doing like the brow highlight that I didn't do my brows first. I normally always do my brows before my eyeshadow. I don't know, I'm losing it. I'm all flustered. Doing this in front of a camera is weird. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows really, really quick. I don't do anything extravagant with them. I basically just go on with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo. So when my hair was blonde, I used the brown, which is white. You can see that's like basically gone at this point. When I do my natural hair, I like to do a combo, but now that my hair is red right now, I just use the red side. So I basically just filled them in a little bit with this and then set them with this NYX Control Free setting gel. It's just a clear setting gel. This is the first one that I've tried, so I wouldn't say it's like extravagant because I don't really know. It works and it's fine. I just fill them in and set them so they don't look too crazy, but I'll go ahead and do that real quick. Now that I have my brows filled in, I also realized I didn't smoke out my bottom lash line. Sorry, this video is all over the place. I promise I'll be better if I do another one of these. But I figured that'd be a good opportunity for me to go into the mini controversy palette. So this one has the middle shade there is what I use as kind of the darker crease shade. And then the one above that is kind of a lighter tan shade. So I think I'm gonna do a combo of those two, just smoke out the bottom lash line. So I'll do that real quick. So let me go ahead and wipe away this little baking shenanigan thing we have going on here underneath the eyes. Like I said, I like to do this for fallout, but there really wasn't a lot of fallout on this palette, which is really, really nice. All right, so now that the eyes are basically done with the exception of mascara, I will go ahead and put on the rest of the stuff that's going on my skin. So we'll start with a little bit of bronzer. This one, if you know makeup at all, you've heard of it. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, same brand as the foundation. This is a go-to. This has been around for a long time. It's just a really nice shade. This is the shade just bronzer. There is a light bronzer shade, which I almost bought, but I ended up going with this one and I really, really like it. I think the light bronzer would have been fine too, but just so you know, if you are fair skinned like me, this one is still fine. So yeah, I basically just go in with a really big fluffy brush for my bronzer. I don't like to do like strong, hard, like contour or anything like that. I just haven't mastered it to look right with my face shape, so I just like to do a little bronzer just to bring some color back around my face, and I just do the normal like little like 3 maneuver here. So let's go ahead and throw that on. Alright, so now we're going to go in with a little bit of blush. Now this one is by Milani. Sorry, all my makeup's a little dirty, just ignore that. But this is their baked powder blush. They have a couple different colors. This one is their rose, second word I can't pronounce and don't want to butcher it terribly. But it's a nice kind of like coral almost color. It has some like really pretty reflex in it. Alright, and now it's one of my favorite parts, which is the highlighter. So I'm going to be using this Rachh Loves by Pixi collaboration palette. Rachh Loves is another beauty YouTuber, makeup guru. She also has a cool like lifestyle channel where she does some fun like recipe stuff and like testing out different things. She's just like a really cool person to watch. She has kind of her makeup channel on the other one, so I would highly recommend her to watch if you don't already. But she collabed with Pixi, which is another makeup brand that you can buy at Target. I'm basically just gonna go in with kind of the basic one down here, Clutch, which kind of, I messed it up and put a chunk out of it the other day, but just ignore that. All right, so we're almost done. So now we're gonna just go in with some mascara. Now, I'm a little extra when it comes to mascara. I kind of use 3 different kinds. Basically, I use a primer, a matte mascara, and then one that I have kind of to help me if I mess up in a sense. So the primer, I just is this L'Oreal Voluminous primer. It's just their white primer. I started using this a couple years ago and it's a game changer. I really like my lashes to look like I have on false lashes, but I don't like wearing false lashes. I also have naturally pretty long lashes, which is nice, but they can look really spidery if I don't have a lot of volume in my mascara. So this is a really good one. It works well with a lot of different mascaras. I definitely recommend this if you like a dramatic lash. And then I also like, this is L'Oreal's Lash Paradise mascara. Again, this is a really well-known mascara, a really, really good one. Occasionally, because of just how my lashes are and just the amount of volumizing stuff I put on them, they will tend to clump sometimes. So if that does happen, I will go in with this, you can't even read it anymore, but it's the Lash Warrior mascara by Flower Beauty. This one I don't really like by itself because again, it gives me that spidery look, but it does a good job of separating my lashes if they do get clumpy. So if you don't want volume or if you have that issue, this is a good one to kind of like save the day if you mess up. So I'm gonna throw those on really quick, and then last step will be lips. Alright, now for lips, I'm going to do something really basic. Typically, I would go in with like a Jeffree Star liquid lip. This is in the shade Christmas Cookie. It's a really, really pretty nude shade. I really like it. But today, I'm just going to do something a little bit more simple and just go in with this like lip gloss by Tarte. I think it's technically like a lip oil. Yeah, and it's in the shade Dragon. I think this was like their Tutti Frutti line, which is like geared towards kids, but it has a really, like, it smells really good. It's really cute, and it just gives a nice little like sheen and a tiny bit of color to the lips, so I like it. Alright, so last step is just to go ahead and spray down. So I'm just going to go in with my handy dandy Morphe setting spray. This is a really good one. This just helps bring all the powders and everything together, since we did put a lot of products on our face today. This just helps bring it all together and make it look like make it look like skin and not a bunch of makeup. Alright, so now that the makeup's done, I'm basically just going to go in and straighten my hair really quick. I don't do anything fancy. I'm just going to add in some Batiste dry shampoo and some Tresemme heat protecting spray and straighten my hair. So I'll just show you that really, really quick. Alright guys, and that concludes today's video. We're officially ready from at least the neck up, and I'll get changed later on. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was actually really fun filming it. As I said, it was probably a little awkward and cringy, and I probably talked way too much, so sorry if it's really long. If I do more of these, I promise I'll get better. Hopefully the lighting turned out pretty good too, so you can guys at least see what I'm putting on my face and I'm not like totally washed out. But anyway, I'm rambling again. If you did enjoy this video and you would want to see me do more of these videos, or if you want to see me film more with the beautiful conspiracy palette, let me know. I love doing makeup. I do my makeup a lot, so if you guys just want to see me film it and get ready with me, let me know. If you did like it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that I know to film more of these videos for you guys in the future. Leave me comments down below for any suggestions that you have for me. If this is my first video that you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I post on Wednesdays and Sundays, typically about food, but every once in a while we throw in something different. So thanks again for watching Morgs Menu, and I hope you have a great day. Bye guys.